It is about 7:35 and I've just left the house. So I am clearly running behind schedule, but I still think it'll be okay. As I was loading the car, I think that I have things fairly well set up to, you know, unload quickly. And I got the car packed a little bit sturdier and more efficiently than I have. I'm still learning how to pack my stuff into this vehicle because we haven't had it a crazy long time that I've been craft showing. So I'm on my way. I would have gotten up earlier. My alarm, I thought, was set to get me up at like 5, and I know I snoozed it to get me up more like 5:20. But when I got up, it was 6:20. So either I'm crazy pants and I, you know, hit buttons more than I thought in my sleep, which usually I at least vaguely remember. I regret after I wake up, but I remember doing, which I don't. Or something went on with my alarm clock last night, which is completely possible because our clock is also crazy pants. It's one of those clocks that resets itself automatically, which is awesome, especially because our power goes in and out a lot, and it's very important that Steve's alarm goes off because, you know, frequently I'm asleep when he needs to get up. But the time is not calibrated to reality. The minutes don't match what time it should be. So it's off by 29 minutes, which is kind of a silly amount to be off by. I mean, I always have set my alarm off by just a few minutes off of what's quote-unquote real time, but I have never set it off by that much because I'm not that late all the time. It's pretty bright out here right now, but hopefully I'll be turning out of the sun here. Yep, set like way off of real time, so it's always a constant translation of like, what time is it really? What time do I need to set it for if I want it to wake me up at this time and whatever? But I'm never off by an hour. Please, and I haven't checked the alarm, but I'm fairly certain I set it right last night because I remember going ugh when I set it so early. So I'll check that when I get home, but it's not really a big deal. I'm up, I'm around. I didn't take a shower this morning, but that's fine. I got so hot and sticky setting up the car that it won't make a difference. It's gonna be muggy today. It's supposed to have a high of 90. Yesterday was beautiful. In fact, it was so windy all day. There's a breeze right now, but it's just thick outside. It says it's 74 out, which is not bad at all, temperature-wise, but I'm sure humidity is somewhere in the 90% range. So that's gonna be fun today. We'll see. Hopefully this little breeze sticks so that it at least keeps the air moving. That makes the humidity much easier to bear. So now I'm gonna drive. It's gonna be about 20-30 minutes till I get there, and then I will unload on the way. I will have my coffee, which I heated up and took a few minutes to do instead of just going, oh, I gotta go, and then not bringing food or coffee. I brought coffee, and if I'm a minute late, oh well. And I also brought some Pop-Tarts, which we had, that my mom had sent us home with on our trip, and I brought some mashed potatoes for lunch. So my daughter came downstairs and said, I left you a note on the butcher block, which she did. It was super cute. It said, don't forget lunch, Mom, because I'm sometimes bad about doing that when I run off, especially to local shows. And then I'm also really bad if I don't like to buy things when I'm at craft shows, because I think it negates the fact that I'm there to earn money if I spend money. So I never buy anything if I can help it, which means that I usually don't go and buy lunch. But I was considering maybe buying lunch today. We'll see. My family might come to the show today to go and do the other activities. I need to scope it out and see how much some things cost. So we'll see what the day brings, but I am up, I'm out of the house, and I'm on my way to Palmer. So it is about 7:40-ish, and I haven't
picked up the camera since I left the craft show about 3-ish. I got home about 3:30, just in time to hang out with Steve for a little bit and have ice cream. And I got an extra scoop of ice cream because I made money today, so that was exciting. And, well, and ice cream is just generally exciting. And hanging out with my husband uninterrupted is generally exciting. So, did that. And then I watched a little bit of YouTube and kind of started in while I was at the show today, which by the way went really well. I will probably talk about it some more later. We'll see. But I got invited to another show that is going to be held locally in the town that my husband works in. It's going to be in like 2 weeks, I think. It might even be, it's not next weekend, it's the weekend after. So I guess, yeah, 2 weeks. And, got invited to that, and it's going to be a craft show in conjunction with a car show. So I came home and I was like, what could I do that's kind of themed? Because I always like to make something that's a little themed. Even if the themed things don't sell, it's kind of fun for me to add them to my repertoire. And then when I take them to other shows, the leftovers, the themey things, it reminds me of the other events that I did. And that's fun for me. Whether anybody else, well, I guess nobody else knows, so nobody else can care. But I know and I care, and that's fun. So I started to make a car, and that's kind of cool. I've got one side of it done, and I'm about 2/3 of the way to the other side. I also then got super sleepy, and so I laid down. I took a little nap. The kids napped until like 6:15, which was great because I got to sleep for, I think, over an hour. It was really good sleep. Much more restful the night before craft shows. Always kind of not the most restful sleep because I know, and I mean, it's not just craft show specific. When I know I have something really important to do in the morning or this time sensitive, you know, you don't want to oversleep like I did. I don't sleep very well, but I had a good nap, and it also helped loosen up my back. I did decent amount. I remembered my chair this time, so I did a decent amount of sitting, not on a cement wall. But I also had to stand a lot because the way I set up my booth, which I really liked and worked out really well for the setting I was in, also meant that if I was sitting in my chair, people couldn't see me. So every time we had customers kind of milling around, I stood up. So I did a lot of standing today, which did make me glad that I wore my tennis shoes, which didn't really matter even though I was wearing a skirt and stuff because you couldn't see my shoes because I was behind my table. So I took a nap, got up, had snacks with the kids. I finished out the rice pudding. Did I tell you last night I made rice pudding? It was really good. I made it in the crock pot, and I will definitely be making more rice pudding that way because it was good. And it was easy, and I didn't burn it. I love the crock pot for not burning things. And then I watched some more. I found a couple new vlogs. All of a sudden, YouTube started giving me suggestions for vlogs that are not like the top 1% of vlogs, which is awesome because I keep trying to like find other daily vloggers to watch, and I don't want to watch Casey Neistat. I don't want to watch people that get a bajillion views on every video. I don't like their videos. I mean, video quality wise, I like their videos, but I don't care. I would much rather watch people that have like under 500 subscribers. People that might actually talk about their lives instead of being these weird characters who do camera tricks, basically. But that seems to be all that YouTube wants to suggest to me or make it easy for me to find in searches, which perhaps I just don't know how to search properly. I don't know. But all of a sudden in my, like, you know, suggested videos column, it has started to bring up people who kind of meet the criteria that I'm looking for, which is great. So I started watching some new people and seeing what I think. I do also like watching people from the beginning and then kind of seeing how things change as they're vlogging. Both their reaction to the camera and the way that they do it and things that they're doing and trying to be like other people, and then they fall into a groove that is them and it's more authentic, and, you know, I don't know. I felt the same way though about all the crafting podcasts, that I like watching the early videos, and then sometimes it becomes a little repetitious later on. Some people I feel like adopt other people's shtick and I don't like it as much. I don't know, it all depends. But I do enjoy seeing the process. So now that it is almost 8, I'm going to make dinner. And tonight I decided I'm going to make some fried rice. We have about half a rice pot full of rice, the stuff that I didn't use for dinner the night we had the rice, or that I didn't make into rice pudding last night, so there's some left. I'm going to cut up a squash, I'm going to saute that, and then some peppers, and scramble some eggs in it, and then put some rice in it and fry it up with some soy sauce and probably garlic, and then it will be delicious. And if it's not, still we're gonna have for dinner.